Assalamu alaikum and hello again. We are solving May-June 2011 paper 3 in the ICT, and we will solve just only the Excel part of this exam. I will skip the evidence steps and start here. You work for a company called Rook ICT. You are going to manipulate a spreadsheet about performance of athletes in shot put as they prepare for the 2012 Olympic Games. Using suitable software package, load the file J1 Games .csv. Now, this is the file, and here I can find Olympic record with its data. We have the country empty, athlete, code, gender. We have here 6 throws for each player, for each athlete, best throw, total, number, average, and record breaking. All are empty, so we will look up and some we will calculate. Place your name, candidate number, and center number in the header. So here in the page layout, I will write my name, Hadil Youssef, my candidate number, and center number. As you see in the footer, I will add the file name with file path. It will be the file path. When you click on it, you will find path and file name. Click inside any cell and back to the normal view. So we are done. Then place, we did the placement and the file name with file path in the footer. Search the internet to find the current Olympic record for the men's and women's shot put. Now we have to say that this style of the question is not available anymore. It is stopped by 2015. We are not allowed to use the internet. So I have prepared the records here before we start. So I have now this saved record, and then I will skip to question 6. Print only cells from A1 to F4. Make sure that your name, center number, candidate number are printed in the header of the page. Now they did not say landscape or portrait, so I will just print. This is A1, F4, page layout and print area, set print area. Then I will go to the print. I will check my name, the data which is requested, and this is my file path and name. So I can just click on print and we are ready to print. Okay, then in the cell A8, use lookup function to show country name in full. Use the code column for the lookup value and the file country for the array. So we have to open the file country before we start. This function must include both absolute and relative referencing and must not use any named range. Okay, now the absolute reference will be done automatically since we are working on another file. It is external file. So we are ready in the absolute. We will not make anything about it. Replicate the function. Okay, so let's check country. Now country as the data in columns. It is vertical data, so it is VLOOKUP. Now back to the games here, A8, and click on VLOOKUP. Then What's my lookup value? The question said it is code right here. And my table array here. This is my data table array. And absolute reference here is done as I said. My relative reference for the lookup value is here. Now, the country name is in the second column, so I have to write 2. And I don't have to make anything about the range lookup. It will be false. I need exact match. Okay, now just replicate, and we have all the countries done. Then, in the cell K8, use function to display the longest of the 6 rows made by the athlete. So, here, this is the wanted cell. I need the best row of these 6. So, it means the highest, the longest, the best. I need max. When I write max, this means this is the highest value. And replicate. Done. Then we back to next question. Because athletes sometimes miss a throw or throw outside the area, this recorded as in the spreadsheet here as no throw using the letters NT. We will keep this in mind because we will use it in 9, 10. Now, in L8, use function to add the distances of all throws for this athlete. When we say add the distances, this means sum. Ensure that the function does not include the distance if it is not recorded as in T. So we will not calculate in T because it is not a number. Now, if we use the classic sum, it will work. But because the examiner said we don't have to include NT, I will go to sum F. Here, sum F. The range of my sum here. And the criteria not NT. My sum range this time is here. It's from throw 1 to throw 6. So by chance, this time the range is the same as sum range because it has the criteria. If you are not within the criteria, you will not be added to the sum. So this is my answer and I have replicated. We can check that all worked. I repeat again, if we use sum, classic sum, it will display the same result, but you will not gain the same mark because the examiner here is looking for sum F. Okay. After this, in cell M8, use a function to count the number of throws that were not recorded as NT. So NT also is not included in the count. And if you remember, count is counting just only the numeric cells. So NT is not included by default. But because the examiner has mentioned NT as in the exam, so I have to go for count F. So I will write count F here. And this is my range, the 6 tries, and my criteria not NT. Now it is counted right here. I have 3 NT and 3 numbers. So my result is right. There is no mistake, no error. So I will repeat that count as a classic count works as a result, but it will not work as a mark. Done. Now go to question 11. In the cell N8, calculate the average through length for all only throws where distance was recorded. Use the contents of the cells L8 and M8 to help you. Then round this value to one decimal place, then replicate. Okay. Now, I will not use the average function. Why? Because the examiner said I have to use L and M. And from the definition of average, it means sum over count. So it is this total over number of rows. This is my result, and I will add up round to this result. So 1. Now I have it. Okay. Now we have here our work, and just to consider the one decimal place, this is number, and in one decimal place to have it fixed. Then I will add now an extra question for this work, that if the athlete has more than recorded 5 numbers here, then find the average. Else, make it blank. Don't display the average. So, I repeat, I will add that if the athlete has recorded more than 5, find the average. If it is less than 5, don't add the average here. Don't display it, make it blank. So, let's find out here. F okay. If these throws are greater than 5, show me the round, else just show blank. Now let's find out. 3 will not be displayed, 5 will not be displayed, and so on. If it is like this, so it works. Okay, then we will talk about the next question. In the cell O8, use the formula to display the word yes if the athlete's longest throw breaks the Olympic record, or display the word no if it doesn't. Remember that there are 2 records, one for men and one for women. Then replicate. Let's find out how to solve this question before we just go to the Excel functions. Now, what shall I do to find out that this athlete has broken the record or not? First of all, I have to find the gender of this athlete. If it is, if he is man, then I will compare this with his best record. If the best record exceeded, it is greater than the distance here, so he broke the record. If not, so it will display no. Now also for this female, it should be compared with this woman record here. To compare this record as 22.43 with the 22.43. Now this is yes, she has broken the record. Now, if I understand this, I can solve the question. We have to compare the gender, to compare the record. And as we can see here that these two cells will be absolute because they will be our standard, our constant of comparison. We will compare all the athletes to these two numbers. So these both, when we use them in this question, they will be absolute reference. Okay. Now, let's go to the if function. Now, in the logical test, I will compare the gender. Is it male? If yes, then if this athlete is male, I will go to the if statement here inside the if in the truth part, and I will check if this best throw greater than the men record. And before we forget, we will make this Olympic record as absolute. Now, if it is true, we will write yes. If it is false, it will be no. Be sure about the double quotation and okay. Now, if this is not male, so I have to compare the ladies. So if I back to this part of the if statement here, if he is not a male, so I have the option of female. I will not ask about it. I will just work on the comparison between the record of the best throw with the Olympic. I will go here for the F in the false part and check if this record greater than the ladies, the women record with absolute reference, then if it's true, answer yes. If no, answer no. Now, okay, it is no, and let's find for the all here. Yes, this is yes, and we found out it will be yes. Let's find out this. Now, he is a male, and he's recording 23.47, which is greater than the 22.52. So we are doing well. This is how to answer the record breaking. Then, right align the cells in columns D to O, D to O, right aligned. Set the page orientation to landscape. Save this model as the file athletes, and we have to be careful. It should be as Excel workbook. Okay, then hide columns from B to J. Right click and hide. Print spreadsheet showing formula used. Make sure all the contents are fully visible. Print out 2 pages wide. They did not say about the tool, so it's just only about the width. Make sure that row and column heading are visible. Make sure your name and center number are also visible. Okay, so we go to formula, show formulas. Now here for A, this is fully visible. Make sure that each column, all the data is fully visible. to make it with full mark. Now, I back to the page layout. The width here, we are talking about 2 pages. The height will be automatic. I will not make any changes here. Then print preview, page setup. We have to clear the print area that we have assigned, and now we have the data, page setup, sheet, row and column heading, and okay, we have them. So it is 6 pages. Now this is the first half of the page wide, A to M, then NO in the second half, and we are doing well. Just print and back to the question paper. Make all data in columns A to O are fully visible. Now we have to unhide. First of all, I will hide the formula. Then here in the corner, just double click. Everything is displayed and fully visible, fully fit. Then select only athletes in the country Great Britain. Here, data, filter, and just select Great Britain. After this, use athletes' names and the average distance for each of these athletes' throws that the shot put is to create the vertical bar chart. Before that, I just want to be sure that I'm saving my work. Before I do the chart, I just need to show these numbers, because as you remember, not displaying them, it was just only for the purpose of extra question. So I will just now delete the extra question and back to the original exam. And here, like this, we have fully data. Now we need the athletes here and their average number. Insert vertical bar chart. Here we are. We need to add this title and back here. Now we need also to find the axis titles. Now here the athlete and here the average. We are ready for this. Make sure category axis show the name and fully visible. Print this chart. Save this as file name chart. Make sure that your name okay. Now, how to print just only this chart? Even it is a small, it makes no matter. Just click on the chart and go to print. Now I have full paper of the chart only. Page setup, back to the header footer, and here in custom header, write your name, Yusuf, my center number, and my candidate number here. So I have it as an evidence of my work. Print and back to your question paper. Now they are talking about, make sure, I will name it as chart, save as Excel workbook chart. Then open the spreadsheet that you have saved in 15. back to the Excel. In the 15, it was the athletes here. So hide the columns L and M. This is L and M to be hidden. Then integrate the data to find the athletes who have broken the current Olympic record. Now, data filter, and here I just want to see, yes, we have done this now. Then sort the data. Oh, sorry, we have missed this. The rows 6 and 7 bold, italic, and center aligned. Sorry. Okay. Then sort this data into descending order of gender, then into ascending order of the best throw column, showing the values and labels in full. Now I will add to this to put the average here as you see. Now we want to put the gender, then the average, but we have some blank. Now when we do it as we used to, we will find that the blank will make a problem. I will add to this question that make sure your blank cells are in the bottom of each gender. Yani at the end of male, we will have the blank cells, and also for the female at the end of their sorting, we will find the blank cells. Let's try out the regular work. Now data, sort, and here, according to the gender, it will be Z to A, add level, and go to the average here, and it will be also descending. As you see, we have a problem. This blank should be in the bottom, not on the top. How to solve this serious problem? First of all, we can't do it without a trick. It is a tricky question. I will remove the filter and back to this work. I will do the following. I will not make it blank. I will make it as a number, which is 0. Now, find out the blank now becomes 0. Then I will choose this average and go for conditional formatting to add a new rule. Format only cells that contain cell value equal to 0. And I will make this font to be white. Now it is not displayed because the font is what? The color is white. Now let's find out another time the filter. Yes. Then let's do the sort again. Sort the, sorry, gender Z to A, average Z to A. Now we have it. These are all the male. and these are the zeros on the bottom of this sort. Now this is the bottom of the female sorting. Now we have done this, we solved this problem in a good way. It's the only way to do it. Then I will do to print the picture, sorry, the data showing values, make sure that, okay. So we just go to File, Print, and I will make it as portrait, don't show. Okay, and just print. We will make it as one page, and here let's find out. Yes, this is my requested print out. Like this, we just print, and we have finished the Excel part of this exam. Until I solve with you another exam, I wish you all the best luck.